You know the BRT system. You live in where do you live, sir?
Sawam.
Ah.
We live at this around the same place.
Okay. Did you take the BRT? Yesterday it was piloted. Free bus system. It's supposed to be exclusive lanes, etc. What do you make of it? Good initiative by government. Started, I think, way back in 2007 because I started reporting back on it.
I wanted to correct you that the Kufo bus. That's it. That's Kufo bus system.
You mean the BRT?
They forgot about BRT. It's Kufo bus, metro mass metro transport. No, it's the same thing they are following. That is the plan. No. So that's why I said
for exclusive lanes. The BRT.
What exclusive lanes?
It's a different concept than the metro mass.
What concept? It's supposed to take passengers from one point to another, and it's supposed all they are doing is the management of the bus routes. So what is the Kufo bus system? That's the point I'm raising. Secondly, let me just make a point. WikiLeaks talked about Nana Wheat based on a liar's statement to WikiLeaks they took from the CIA reports. So that correction must be made. Secondly, we should be brave to protect democracy. It's not an offense.
It's not protect democracy.
That's why it says stand by the ballot box. Don't allow any macho man to come and take the ballot box. So this time, they say we fear, but we don't fear. Stand by the ballot box. That is fight for democracy. The man who left lucrative job, came back to Ghana, joined people, fought military dictatorship, brought Ghana to democracy.
Let me ask you.
Peaceful.
Let me ask you. Let's just interchange the words. If somebody was having a meeting like that and it said that we Northerners, let's protect. What do you think they would have said? Anyway, let's move on to the BRT.
They would have said the same thing. They would have said the same thing. If they refuse to understand,
were promoting
if they refuse to understand, that is what it will be. Okay. Don't you see the truckers? They say all die be die, man must move. Yesterday, you people did a program on sign writings on vehicles. All those things are there.
BRT system.
Yes, BRT system.
It's been piloted.
I say it's the Kufo bus system. That is the long and short of it. And yesterday they started. First of all, the buses didn't get enough fuel. Why? They didn't get enough fuel. When did they close? How long did they operate?
It was a pilot. And
yes, it's a pilot. You are supposed to do proper piloting, the way it will be working after an experiment. The way when you are conducting an experiment, you perform exactly what it ought to perform. Okay? So I don't see anything
unique,
exceptional in it, because it's already in place. All that happens is the management of the route, is the introduction of the bus. The bus is a modern bus system, ticketing. Okay, that is also fine in terms of time management. You know, I was just talking to you that internal processes means improving systems. So now if you have to just buy a ticket and come use the ticket as you go, okay, it allows you time management. Instead of the old system, a conductor is standing with a long roll ticket and people are queuing and you'll be giving. So we are improving, okay? So that is systems improvement. And the bus coming itself is the infrastructure. The road development, get it a separate route, is the infrastructure. It's a continuity. Fine. Right? Now, they have to try it and see, because if you take unless we still have to open our roads. So, for example, taking Sawam to Circle, that project something must still be done to make sure we have more lanes and a dedicated lane for the buses, you know. Because
that is the only way it can be meaningful.
That will be more meaningful, because it will help us in our time.
That will be more meaningful.
Time management and all that. So
because in America, when you're traveling on the bus lane or the exclusive lane and you see the bus coming, you have to veer off to that.
Yeah, that's respect for rules and regulations.
But here, are we likely to see that?
It will be. That's what I'm saying. That I say, for example, the Nsawam Circle Road. Okay, and I use that as a sample. It means that other roads has to be extra lane routes, because, for example, now when you come,
some of the features of BRT, But they are in BRT rapid. That means that there will be a dedicated lane which will make it faster. The quality bus service, yet they don't have a dedicated lane. But they have some of the features that the BRT will have. So that means that
are we those conceptualizing the quality bus? Because I haven't had quality bus.
I listened to the CEO just brought that in yesterday.
I listened to the CEO himself, who explained extensively. And this morning, I had the opportunity to listen to why it is not BRT but QBS. With the BRT, there is a dedicated lane. The QBS is just like ordinary traffic, but they have certain facilities in it that makes it quality. One, there's Wi-Fi in it. There's a port where you can easily plug your phone and charge your phone while you are in it. 3, there is provision for the elderly and the pregnant women. So that means those seats, no any normal person can just go and sit, a strong person like me. It's reserved for them. 4, it is disability friendly. And their seats are also there. So when there's no any physically challenged person, nobody can even.
All these things would have been on the BRT anyway.
Yes, that is why I said they are. But the fact it has some features of BRT, but it is not BRT because there are no dedicated lanes.
So when are we going to have dedicated lanes and then transition into a BRT? Because that's the concept.
That's why I'm saying that unless we open more lanes.
I believe that when dedicated lanes are being
government likes progressive, especially your government. You tend to like progressive.
You see.
Progressive. Everything is progressive.
Everything must move. You study the system. Yesterday, he indicated places like Ethiopia, like Nigeria, where they brought in a full-blown BRT. People got angry, and some people shot into those buses. 2, it results into violence. So you get experiences, then you move it gradually and people get used to it.
Okay.
We shouldn't force it and have those violence resulting into the death of people. South Africa had those same challenges. So learning from experience, it is better to progress gradually so that it incorporates into the society. The society and Ghanaians get well educated and therefore reduce the violence that it created for other countries.
So what do you call it? Quality what?
Bus service, QBS.
QBS.
Yeah.
But ultimately, we need to get to that point where we have.
That's why I say if we have to be, we have to achieve that. We have to review our roads. That's why
I was in Oxford for a short course from 10th to. I just came and you realize that the public transport system is perfect.
Because you were using it.
A lot. And when they give time, it's time. With the BRT, there will be dedicated bus stops. So you can't just stop here and out alight. But with the QBS, there's a note where you want to alight at Achimota, you press, then it stops, then you alight. But with BRT, there must be dedicated bus stop. Whether somebody is alighting or not, it must stop for some minutes. And the time, it must be timely. If it is arriving in point A, bus stop A at 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock it must be there. If it is bus stop B at 10:30, 10:30 exactly it must be there. So this one is just...
all right, so we're praying that we'll get the best.
Yeah,
okay. But that'll be it for our morning. We wanted to do something on Ghana's credit rating from negative to stable. That's very good news.
Yeah.
Oh, good news in what sense?
Well, we were negative.
But that is somebody, the Western world rating, they are working together with IMF and the World Bank. So they do things to suit themselves.
When we go negative, you use it for argument's sake.
No, it's the same time talking. We haven't gone anything.
The progress that has been made by the president.
No, I am saying that the report by Moody's.
President Mama is the only president who admits when there are challenges and who moves ahead And we have this Senchi, where we came out with the homegrown policies.
Yeah,
we had this fiscal support from the World Bank, and things are moving.
And the aggregate of it is we are growing at 3.something%. The aggregate.
That's not enough.
It's not.
If growth,
that we have standards to measure.
But that's more than average for the sub-region.
If growth was to be
which sub-region?
West Africans.
If growth was to be something, it must continue progressing.
No,
would have hit 99.
How to measure things.
Parliament for Ghana, and then Boniface Gambila Adagbila, Member of Parliament for Nabdam. They have been my guests for the morning. Thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you.
All right.